power forward and sometimes center. Kevin Durant is 6'11", and he plays the two guard. That's how the game is changing. It's no more big guys go to that end, little guys go to that end. Now you have to be a skilled basketball player. You have to be able to shoot, dribble, and pass at every position. The way of just the one-sided guy, that is gone out the game. That's a dinosaur, and I love it. You have to be more athletic, definitely, but the skill set, you got to make sure you can play basketball, and that way, no matter what size you are, 5'9" to 7 foot, you have to be equal in skill, and I love that.
Wow, I do too. Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. And there's Monk, and it's Hayward, and it's Graham in at the point guard position. And for the Suns, Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Devin Booker out there with Chris Paul, and it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. Back to Hayward. Clock at 6. Shoots over Bridges. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
That really helps them space the floor. I mean, when Hayward's mid-game range is working, the defense can get scattered.
Saric outside. Shoots it up. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, they'll take that, but they got to find a better shot than that on their next trip.
Graham, the pass to Hayward. And Zeller kicks to Hayward. Knocked away. Shot from the wing. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Here's Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, you can tell Paul is used to playing against physical defense. You got to do more than that to slow him down.
For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Graham, defended by Paul. Hayward on the wing, shoots over Bridges. Again, the miss by Hayward. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Here's Booker. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Now, here's Monk. Not a lot of room. It's good.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
They now take the lead.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Right wing. There's the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Here's Paul. From down in the low post, it goes. Paul's got his second bucket of the game to go.
So crafty inside. I mean, Paul's been successful for many years at challenging the heart of your defense.
And Zeller kicks to Monk. Off target with his 3. Suns leading by 3. Paul finds Saric. Now Bridges fires from deep. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Bridges against Hayward. Bridges with the board.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
Hornets trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Saric passes to Paul. Shoots over Graham, and Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 6, so Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Yeah, and the one thing that amazes me about Chris Paul is his awareness on the court. He knows exactly what is going on and what to watch for on each trip down the court.
a chance to look at stats for Zeller. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 10 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him. His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Sharge outside. Passes it to Bridges. Drops in the tray. He's got 5.
There's no reason you should leave someone open around Sarge. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
And here is Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
They get it again. Another shot. Out of hand on it.
Registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Free throw drops for Hayward. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
From 13, no good from Booker. Hornets trail by 3. To the inside. Here's Washington. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Opening day, Chris, in your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
2 types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
A little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
Both shots good from the stripe.
For so long, the Hornets have been a perimeter-oriented team. Chris, now they need to find an impact big man.
Yeah, well, GA, remember, they did have a couple of good years with Al Jefferson where he was a force inside. But that was the last time the team made the playoffs. More balance in their attack would do wonders for this offense.
Graham with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now, here's Monk, defended by Booker. 3-pointer, Hayward. Phoenix grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Graham surveying the floor. The pass to Hayward. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Hayward's got 9.
I love the consistency of Hayward's game. I mean, he just takes an even-keeled approach.
Here's Paul. Basket good.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Heat. Here's Graham, defended by Paul. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Fourth, the Suns.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Booker outside. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
A moment to check out DeAndre Ayton here. He's coming off an excellent season. 10th in field goal percentage, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And, you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. Hayward on the wing, releases. Rebound by the Suns. Pass to Booker. He kicks it to Paul. Sharge up top. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. With three. Booker, another three for Phoenix.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Hornets trail by 6. Now Graham still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Monk. And no good. Good D by Booker.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Can't connect from short range.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Hayward against Ayton. Hayward can hit. Suns leading by 6. Here's Booker. And he lays it straight in. Booker's got 8 points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And the Hornets call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And Phoenix making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Rozier's checked in. The dish to Zeller. Teardrop shot. And it's laid in by Rozier.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against Portland. To the paint. Here's Kaminsky. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And that one misses. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a two-step process. And for teams that just run all crazy or willy-nilly, like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Hornets. 6-point game.
Look, right there, the defense overcommits. Hayward with good awareness finds the open man.
So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers. Paul looking around. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 6th rebound on the night. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively. And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Here's Paul. The shot, no good. And the Hornets now going the other way. And there's Rozier on the assist by Hayward. Rozier's got 6.
Are willing to share the rock when it makes sense. I mean, Hayward, a very unselfish guy.
Here's Paul. Here's Kaminsky. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Suns lead by 4. 44 seconds left to play here in the first. Now, here's Rozier. He has 6. Hayward on the wing. And here is Zeller. High post shot. Goes back up. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense. Forcing this man into a difficult attempt.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Here's Zeller, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the Phoenix Suns. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Chris Paul talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Oh, at the defense spinning in circles. Hard to cover all that ground.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Terry Rozier is out there with Batum. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season, But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. But Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. Zeller with it. Diallo's there. Rozier. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with a, Greg, I think a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
Hornets trail by 4. Batum passes to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
Paul with the ball. 8 points for him. Down low. Good. A nice assist from Booker. 10 points for Chris Paul.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Passes it to Bridges. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Zeller. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Look, he has a good feel for the painted area. Zeller, never in a rush. Very deliberate with his moves.
Booker dishes to Paul. Booker against Batum. And Booker kicks to Paul. Paul can't get that one to fall.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Rozier against Paul. Floats one up. Johnson attacking. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Third is Chris Paul.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
The first one falls. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Tipped away. So it's the Hornets now. Rozier, the pass to Biyombo. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Paul against Rozier. Here's Diallo. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Listen, you can count on Paul to find the open man. His court awareness simply off the charts.
Rozier, the pass to Hernan Gomez. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Here's Bridges. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Just good at drawing fouls. Bridges plays well in traffic and through the contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
He misses the free throw. Craig for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
Yeah, and the Hornets, they'll be one of the more disciplined teams you'll find in this league. I mean, they keep mistakes to a minimum on both sides of the ball. That's a big part of why the Hornets are tough to play. And he had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter, and it hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
Here's Biombo, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Frank Kaminsky picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Hornets have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. And he can't get the first one. And Chris, for the Hornets, as we know, their coach Borrego preaches preparation.
Well, yeah, and it shows it up in the stats, Kevin. I mean, they're the best in taking care of the ball. The team does not take silly fouls on defense.
And Phoenix making a change here. Neto's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
And they haven't converted once from the line this quarter.
The pass to Diallo. Johnson outside. Booker outside. Now here's Kaminsky, guarded closely.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration at times.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. And once again off the mark by Charlotte. Here's Booker. And the layup's good off the glass. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Rozier kicks to Batum. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Devin Booker.
And the athleticism and fearlessness of Batum inside is exceptional. Really testing the defense deep in the paint.
And the versatile wing, Nick Batum, wants to do-it-all scorer, but Greg, he's started to take less of an active role in offenses lately.
And Batum has been asked to do less volume scoring, but it's helped his efficiency as a player. Now past 30 years of age, you could see his role on teams being similar to that of Andre Iguodala's as he ages in the league.
And he makes the first. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
The shot. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 4. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Neto, the pass to Diallo. Back to Johnson. to the middle. Here's Kaminsky. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Look at Kaminsky, an under-the-radar athlete, someone who draws defenders into him because of his size.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip.
And as for last season, he was a 74% shooter at the line.
The free throw drops for Kaminsky.
He was named Player of the Year coming out of college, but Kaminsky is still adjusting to the speed of the NBA game.
And the Hornets making a change here. Graham's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Has to be Biombo. Now Rozier. Last game out he had 40 points. Misses from close range.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in a perfect position to alter the shot.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Booker, coming off a terrific season. 7th in scoring, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. And the first one drops. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. Mikal Bridges comes in for Johnson. Both good from the line that time. Hornets trail by 6. Here's Rozier. 8 points for him. Now, here's Bridges. Has to be Biombo. Here's Graham. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Passes it to Bridges. Here's Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Over Rozier. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 14 points.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Graham, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Over to the wing. Bridges gets to Rozier. A three-pointer off the mark.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man. Awful display from him so far. Because you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around. Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.